It was more, you know, it was more public. But I didn't really say anything to you about it. So. And all my other plans fell through.
Yeah, nothing else.
Fred, what's your Wi-Fi? AgroCrack. Or no, actually use Nancy Sinatra Association. 69 meat spin. No, 69 lemon party. No space.
Your next place, Frank.
If that doesn't work, it's 69 meat spin. It works, it works. Thank you, Jim.
Oh, wait, maybe you did it.
69, try 69 meat spin then.
That's the password?
Yeah.
AgroCrack 5 or 5G?
No, don't use Nancy Sinatra Association. AgroCrack's the one that I'm using right now for the show.
It's on the password.
69 meat spin.
Lowercase?
Yes. Let me confirm that this is working. Yes, it's working.
Are we live?
Yes, it's in there. Oh, I just heard my password to
Oh, I said
Yeah, I know. I think I told you the wrong one. Yeah, 69 lemon. 69 lemon party? Lemon party, yeah.
I'm going to use We Made This Live next time.
Your connection is not private. Alright, yeah, I'm in.
I'm going to say we'll begin in 5 minutes.
Yeah. Oh, I didn't. I didn't tag you, Mike, since you're considered a special guest. Sorry. Hey, let me know what the delay is. I'm going to walk in there. Am I on?
No. It's like a 2-minute delay. I just heard you say tagging you as a special guest.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
There's a delay.
All right, should we begin?
Should we begin? Let's do it. And Mike, then we'll call you in.
So, Are we told to tweet at
Yeah.
We Made This Live? We Made This Live. Using hashtag We Made This Live.
Yes. And we.
Or they can tweet directly to your.
Or you can tweet "We Made This Live" at "We Made This Live."
Okay, yeah. Mike, can I credit you as producer?
Say we go with Eddie.
Mike, can you
It doesn't matter.
Whatever. That's my water.
That's yours.
Okay. Are we ready?
You too hot? What do you need? Did you advertise it? We'll be starting very shortly. We're just getting everything set up out here in the kitchen. Yeah, hang on one sec. Give us like a couple secs. We got a hell of a show. And if not, I could pull up a chair, man, and just sit in front of the fan. You could even do that. Or you can hang out here.
I'll watch you guys. eBay or Amazon?
99 cents worth.
And better than that Amazon store.
Okay. Ready?
I'm ready. If you need to send your placement tweet.
All that I ask is when you open that wine, can you pour me a glass?
No,
I would like
a real big.
We gotta just wait. Yeah, then we use this wine
Okay.
line. You want to get started?
I'm ready. Let's do
All
it.
right, let's do this.
Hello and welcome to the second edition of We Made This Live. I'm Dan Brooks, joined by Frank Cartazzolo.
It's the season finale, Dan. We did it. One season
We
in the
did.
bag.
That's right. Who knows what surprises are in store? The first surprise that we have is actually our producer, Mike McGillicuddy. He is behind the glass tonight, making things happen. To start off, before we get to the actual cooking and the reveal of what we're going to cook,
It says it in the title. People will
Oh,
know.
does it?
Yeah, but you know.
oh well. But we have some social media info for you to let you know how you can interact with us and talk to us during this
Two
exciting
ways here. Two
live
ways.
show. Tweet at us using hashtag We Made This Live at the Twitter account at We Made This Live, and you can ask us questions about what we're cooking. You can ask us questions about anything in current events. Try and keep it clean if possible, but we'll talk about whatever you want to talk about. So you do that. Producer Mike will convey to us when we have a new question so that we're not looking at our phones the whole time. That was some of the feedback that we got from the first episode. And, you know, we listen to what our fans have to say. We take that into
We're here for it.
consideration.
Yeah,
So,
no, that's, we wouldn't
yeah.
be here without those 100 viewers from last time.
yeah, exactly. So
We would have flown across the country. We wouldn't have flown across the country.
I
for
would
us
not.
after that.
did I say we're live in Weehawken, New Jersey?
Oh, we are. Yeah, no, I
We're
don't
in Weehawken, New Jersey. Sorry that we're a couple minutes late. I hit a lot of traffic when I made a wrong turn getting off 440 North.
Where'd you wind up then?
I wound up in Linden.
Scenic Linden?
Yep. Saw parts of Jersey I never thought I'd see. But
They filmed the
now
wrestler
I'm here.
there.
They filmed the wrestler there.
Parts of it, not all of
Okay, which the deli parts?
it. The wrestling parts.
The wrestling parts. So, like, and what about when he lived in his trailer? Was that?
I'm not familiar with what town that was in.
But it was Jersey.
I think it was
Most of it, I think, was
yeah.
Jersey, yeah.
Okay.
In Carvel in Linden.
Favorite New Jersey movie? Producer
Or
Mike.
Garden State. No, I'm just kidding. No, that's a great question.
You know what? Think about it. Let's come back to that.
Yeah.
Maybe while we're cooking, we can talk
Talk
about
Jersey.
it.
yeah,
Most
ask
Jersey.
the audience.
Yeah, what's your-
Audience, what's your favorite New Jersey movie? Let us know at We Made This Live, hashtag We Made This Live. But let's continue with the reason why we're here. We're here to cook. What we are going to be cooking, I guess it's not much of a surprise if you're watching, but I'll turn it over to Chef Frank because as it is his home turf, I'm going to be more his sous chef tonight. And he was the one who kind of came up with the choices that were available on Facebook to vote on, and I'll turn the reveal over to him and the cooking over to him. So go ahead, Chef Frank.
Thank you, Chef Dan. So the 4 options that were available were a pizza, homemade pizza we were going to talk about, chicken parmesan, a 4-cheese macaroni and cheese, and chicken cordon bleu. The winner in the end, by a very large margin, I have the numbers inside, I can get maybe while we're cooking, was the chicken cordon bleu. Just, would beat out mac and cheese, would have been a close second. So guys, don't give up faith. Next season, there's still plenty of time to make mac and cheese. We're not skipping over it. We're just going on what the people vote on.
Yeah.
So we have chicken cordon bleu today. We got the oven heating up right now. We're going to cook a lot of it in the oven. We got some sautéed green beans on the roadmap as well. And then we'll top it off with some chocolate chip cookies.
And that's a nice surprise, because that was not in the options to vote.
That's how we
That
go.
surprised me when you told me.
Welcome to New Jersey. It's full of surprises. The land of surprises.
Yeah. So to start, I've never made chicken cordon bleu. Have you ever cooked it before?
A couple times.
Oh, really?
Yeah. I mean, I still need my little sheet that has some hints on it, but for the most part, we're good to go.
So why don't you tell everyone, including myself, what is chicken cordon bleu?
Chicken cordon bleu is a French dish that involves breaded chicken, Virginia ham, or a ham of some type. We're using Virginia ham. Swiss cheese, folded over, sealed up, thrown in the oven, cook it, take it out when it's nice and juicy. Now, a lot of times with chicken cordon bleu, it has more of like a cream sauce going on top. I'm really not a big milk cream guy, so like I'm opting against it and just relying on the juices of the chicken and the butter that's involved. And
So you're going off feel a little bit.
just a little bit,
Okay.
just no topping. It's like hollandaise sauce, mostly,
Okay.
but I'm not a hollandaise fan, so just putting a little spin on it,
And what are you preheating the oven to?
Preheating it right now to 375 degrees.
Okay.
You get hot in here. It's going to be a little hot,
It is
so
hot, right?
we'll make sure to be washing our hands a bunch because we'll be wiping sweat away. We're going to be following proper health procedures because that's how we roll. Proper health, staying healthy.
You got it.
clean
Safety
living.
first. That's what I
Safety
would say.
first.
All right, very good. And what about the prep of the side dish? What's the side dish again?
Side dish is going to be sautéed green beans.
Sautéed green beans.
Sautéed green beans.
And
Very
at what
simple.
point do you do that while the chicken cordon bleu is cooking? Do you do it when do you do it after? Like
We'll
what's
be
your-
working together for the prep. I'll
Okay.
start getting some of the chicken laid out and ready. While that's going on, we chopping off the ends of the green beans. We did listen to the feedback from all the viewers, and we now have pre-chopped up a lot of the stuff. So you won't have to watch me chopping garlic or chopping onions and so on. So, be good to go.
Okay, good.
Yeah.
Well, what stage are we at now? Do we want to bring the ingredients over? Do we want to wait for
Let me first
the oven temp to
get
increase?
my notes, which I don't seem to have on me. If you would entertain for 1 second.
Sure. We'll have producer Mike. How are we doing? How are we doing on Twitter? We got any questions yet?
When we have one from Atal, one and
All right, I think we're back live on the air. Had a little technical malfunction.
Hopefully that doesn't happen again.
Hopefully it doesn't, but we know how to recover. Let me go find my notes real quick. Where the hell did I put those things? Give me 1 second.
All right. So again, please tweet us questions at We Made This Live using hashtag We Made This Live. You can ask us about chicken cordon bleu. You can ask us about the rigatoni and sauce that we made last time. You can ask us about anything. You can ask us about the early topic for the show, which is what is your favorite New Jersey movie? Go ahead, Mike. We do have one question.
well, at Italian Meatball says, when push comes to shove, gotta go with Mallrats when you're talking about New Jersey.
Oh, interesting. That's a good choice.
Good choice.
I love Mallrats.
And my friend Adam K saw it in the theater, I'm going to say 9 or 10 times at Movie City 5, which was one of the discount theaters. So it was $2.50 to get in.
Where in Jersey?
was Edison.
Edison.
It's like Edison or Wood. It was right across from the Woodbridge Mall.
Yeah,
but
I was
it
out
still
there.
Edison. Yeah.
Do you think in Red Bank, when a Kevin Smith movie opens up, it's like a big deal, like it's packed?
When we saw it, they mentioned in the one time I saw it in the theater, as opposed to the 8 other times that he saw it, they did mention the Easter Bunny in the Menlo Park Mall, which was the rival mall to Woodbridge, which was only a few blocks away. And the entire audience completely erupted in cheers.
Oh, really?
It was like
That's
the
pretty awesome.
first time I've ever.
Are you excited for Mallrats 2?
Can't wait.
I'm excited. I like the first Mall. The first Mallrats is my favorite Kevin Smith movie.
It's all right. I'm not a big
No.
huge Kevin Smith fan, but I appreciate all he's done for New Jersey.
Okay, there you go.
Yeah.
All right.
And jean shorts. Everything he's done for jean shorts.
I remembered enjoying it at the time.
Mhm.
I think I watched it not too long ago, and it felt like locked at a certain place in time.
Yeah, a little bit. I would agree with that. Let me think. Do I have a favorite New Jersey movie? I'd say my favorite New Jersey fiction of all time is definitely The Sopranos.
Could have been a movie. It's
Yeah.
Tony
it's
Soprano
true.
made it.
It's true.
Yeah.
I would say there's a documentary called Strongman
Yeah.
about a guy who can who can slam nails into boards with his hands,
Yeah.
and he just goes from party to kids parties and just demonstrates these like really horrific feats of strength where it would really hurt a normal
And it's in
person.
New Jersey.
It's so New Jersey that I highly recommend. You don't need to visit New Jersey ever if you just watched it. It's very South Brunswick.
Sums it all up.
All right. Well, Frank, you have your.
Got
list.
it. Let's go. Let's start.
Okay.
Let me grab the chicken out the fridge. Got a couple cuts of chicken. Organic. I know you're coming in from San Francisco.
I am.
So I
It's
made sure to
important.
make organic chicken. First things first. Mike, could you turn that camera a bit? Just so you can see me making sure they know I'm washing my hands.
We should have a sink cam just to make sure that it's like fixed.
We got a whole season for that next season.
A lot coming next season, folks.
So we got our chicken.
Mm-hmm.
Wash this off.
Organic chicken.
Organic.
Is the soap is organic?
No soap on the chicken.
What's the soap you're using?
It's I think the stuff that won't mess up your drains. Okay. Got our chicken cut.
Now the chicken, you cut the chicken beforehand.
Cut the chicken
Why don't you
beforehand.
talk about your process for cutting the chicken?
So what we're gonna do is we're gonna take this chicken. We're gonna actually halve it.
So there's more to do.
More to do.
Okay.
I didn't want to do all the prep right off the bat. Got my blade.
Whoa.
Only really need 2 good
That's the real
blades.
thing.
This is the real deal here.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I will save everybody the games right now. So I'll take my chicken
Mhm.
and I'll just start cutting it in half.
Okay.
It's like
Now these are chicken breasts.
chicken breasts.
So when you go to the supermarket, you buy a chicken breast.
2 whole chicken breasts.
Okay.
Skinless, boneless. I don't know what that beeping is. Hopefully it's nothing in here. And we'll cut this one. Maybe I messed up a little bit.
Now, one thing you want to be very careful about when you're cooking with chicken is cross-contamination.
Yes. Tell
So
them all about it.
after you handle the chicken, while you're preparing the chicken, you want to wash your hands. You don't want anything chicken-related to touch anything else. That's when people get sick. It's especially important when dealing with chicken. So that's a little safety fact from We Made This Live.
Could you hand me the garbage can, Dan?
Absolutely, Chef.
Make sure to wash your hands after touching it.
It'll do, Chef.
Thank
Where
you,
do
Chef.
you like it? On
Right
to the
here.
left?
Just gotta throw my guts in.
Okay. Anything else?
I think we're good.
Do we know what that beeping is?
It's a Mack truck that looks a lot like one of the Mack trucks in Spy Hunter,
Yeah.
where you used to have to
so
go
you can
in.
drive into it?
Right, but it seems to be
Park
totally
right out front.
parked right out front and completely blocking the entire street.
Okay.
I told them to quiet down.
Just touch up this chicken a little more here.
maybe while you're doing this, I'll open that bottle of wine.
Sure
How does
thing.
that sound?
What is your line about wine again?
I often cook with mine. Sometimes I even put it in the food. So you can have that one for free.
Oh, well, Mike brought a wine over, I believe.
Oh, really?
So
I also
either one,
brought
his
wine.
choice.
So tonight we have Mamacita Semi-Sweet Merlot in 2013, or this. I don't even know how to pronounce that, Mike.
It's French.
Vin de Pais de
I'm
Vaucluse.
told it is the wine for Chicken Cordon Bleu.
So maybe we should save that. Should we save that until the food's done? And we'll open this up for now.
Follow your heart.
All right.
Next step is, now that we have our chicken cut, we're going to flatten it out so we have a wider surface area to work with. I need this one because I got to use my hammer.
Okay.
Sorry, Dan.
No problem.
First thing, throw it in some saran wrap because we're going to be splattering this chicken.
If you're just tuning in, we're cooking Chicken Cordon Bleu. You can ask us questions about the recipe. You can ask us questions about cooking in general. You can ask us questions about anything. Our topic right now, our off-topic topic is favorite New Jersey movie. You can get involved in the conversation by tweeting us at hashtag We Made This Live, using hashtag We Made This Live. Or if you know us personally and want to ask us questions on Facebook, you're welcome to do that. But please try and keep it to Twitter. Producer Mike, any new correspondence from Twitter?
I'd like to say yes, but it's tough because you're competing against trending topics like
The Duggars.
Well, Ashley Madison, the Ashley Madison hack.
And you guys have accounts on there. And you guys worried at all about Ashley Madison?
I was so worried. I use a fake name and a stolen credit card, so fine. Frank Ocean, Kanye West replaces Frank Ocean as FYF Fest headliner. It's also National Radio Day.
Happy National
Is it
Radio Day.
really? Interesting.
So you're competing against that.
Okay.
Tough shoes to
Listen,
fill.
I think we can still get this trending.
So
What about in Weehawken? Can we get it trending?
local, what's trending locally?
Let's see.
So what we have here is I don't have a regular
Oh, wow.
flattening mallet, so I have this like World War II era tank mallet I'll use to flatten this chicken out. Just
Now, two questions, Chef.
yes.
Why do you use paper on top of the chicken, and why flatten it off?
Because to flatten it, I want to make sure there's a wider surface area
Okay.
that we can fit more ham and Swiss on it. Because those chicken cutlets are, while they're
They're
nice
thick.
big breasts, they're thick, but they're not wide. So you want to get them a bit girthier before you start throwing in the ham and cheese on it. I just cover it just as a precaution in case the saran wrap rips. You don't have splattering going all
Okay,
over
good.
the place.
I'll pour some of the wine. Can I use these wine glasses?
Sure, that's what
Who would like?
they're there for. Ooh, I may have flattened this one a little too much. That's what I got to spare.
Chef, do you want?
I'll take a glass.
There you go. Producer Mike?
Sure, I'll wet my whistle.
Is this the Mamacita one?
You, audience? You're getting text messages from people.
My phone's in my pocket.
Somebody's going to text.
That's mine.
That's mine.
Okay. Again, folks, if you're texting about the show, I'd ask that you please don't do that. Keep it to Twitter. Keep it to Facebook. Let's see.
We also have some comments coming in from YouTube.
Oh, there you go. At Scott Bromley, one second, Mike. At Scott Bromley, my coworker at Lucasfilm, says, check out the YouTube comments instead of Twitter, dummy. Thank you, Scott. Appreciate it.
Did you hurt your foot there? Dropping a name.
Yeah, there you go.
All right, guys. So we got some smashed up chicken breasts here.
In fact, you know what? I'll just go ahead and ask any friends out there with large followings, like a certain Scott Bromley, if you wouldn't mind retweeting the link, that would be awesome. I would greatly appreciate it, considering we're best friends.
Yeah, Scott Bromley talks a good game. I mean, he had a whole comment about it and everything, but without a comment. So there's that.
Mm-hmm.
He has to sleep with that at night.
He does. I don't know how he will. What are the YouTube comments?
There are 10 people watching now.
Okay,
Oh, all right, great, good. We're making progress.
Yeah.
And 2 people like it.
Oh, good, great. We'll take it. Thank you to those 2.
We had 2 dislikes on the
I
first
saw
one.
that. Yeah.
That was nice. All right, so where are we at right now? We've
Flattened the chicken.
Flattened the chicken. We've cut 2 chicken breasts in half.
Yes.
So what's next?
Next is we're going to put the ham and cheese on them,
Okay.
and then we're going to be dredging them and getting them breaded and ready to go into the oven.
Okay.
Very simple to
Yeah.
get it started with. So, what I brought here is I have some Virginia ham
Mm-hmm.
and some Jarlsberg Swiss cheese.
Okay.
Then, if you would chop out long chunks of the Swiss.
Okay. Open it completely first.
Sure, yeah, we'll wrap it back up when we're done. What I'm going to do
Yeah.
is take the ham and lay it out across the chicken.
Mm-hmm.
Mike, would you be able to do me a favor?
Sure.
Would you be able to aim that laptop up so they can see the placement of the of the ham on the chicken? Feel free if the thing disconnects. Go. Look at this. So we'll be dropping some ham here. 2 slices is enough for each one. Nope, you got that aim angle? Yeah, there you go. That's the money shot right there. Put another slice here and here. And then this little tiny one here. It's another 2 slices. There we go.
Now, Chef, when it comes to the cheese, and what kind of cheese are we using?
Jarlsberg Swiss.
Tell me, what are you looking for here?
Giving it a
Something like
long
that?
cut, and then we're going to cut that in half.
A long cut.
Yes.
So what is like that?
First, we'll cut the edges off, though.
Okay.
Sorry.
Cut the wax off.
Yes, please.
Got it.
Let me touch this. I touched the chicken. I'm not thinking sometimes.
Very important, folks. Remember, no cross-contamination. It's one of Chef Ramsay's most biggest lessons. Okay, so
We have a YouTube chat going, guys, so
okay.
you let me know.
Comment in YouTube.
Feel free.
This is good.
That's good. And then we'll cut that in half.
Okay, like this.
Bingo.
How many of these do you want?
Give me 6. I'll be taking them here and putting them.
Little lesson about knife skills. You want to cut away from yourself. Good idea is to hold the knife like so. You have the index finger on the outside, thumb on the inside, get a nice grip. You can use your left hand or right hand, depending on which you favor. Push the knife down. Remember, safety first when you're handling sharp objects. And that goes not just for cooking, but life in general.
Knife in general, don't poke your eyes out.
So that's 4.
That's actually should be enough after
Yeah.
4, and then cut those down the middle. So what we're doing is we're bedding, I don't know if that's the official term, but we're bedding the cheese on top of the ham.
Now, is this the cheese that you have to use for chicken cordon bleu?
Swiss cheese is preferred. Some people like provolone.
Mm-hmm.
You can really put whatever you want on there. It just won't be a traditional chicken cordon bleu. These are some good cuts.
Do we need this for any more for the recipe?
We're good.
So if I wanted a piece of cheese for
Cut
my
it.
wine,
It's all yours.
would you like any?
I think we may be good here to have 2. Is
Oh,
this?
okay. Producer Mike, do you want a piece of cheese?
Sure.
Thank you.
So now that we got the cheese in here, we're going to be folding up the chicken and getting it ready to be dredged in flour, egg, and what's that stuff? Breadcrumbs.
Okay.
So first,
So you don't bread the inside
No.
of the chicken?
I don't bread the inside.
Okay. Interesting.
Much like Frank Sinatra, I do it my way, man.
Mm-hmm. You were named after him, correct?
Incorrect. No, I wasn't.
That's what I heard.
All right, so I'm sealing this up. And I'm putting 2 toothpicks in, guys. Don't forget that there's going to be 2 toothpicks in these before you bite into them.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not liable if anybody steps in and bites into these and damages themselves here. Just putting that out there on the internet so that it would stand up in court.
The YouTube audience has a lot of requests for you guys, but it's mostly for you guys to do things to each other.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Like kiss and make a baby.
Well, that's impossible.
Well, not for Schwarzenegger in that one movie, right?
Or Junior.
Junior, yeah, he had that kid.
We have Drifter1432. His question is to Scott. Scott, what have you brought me to? Scott Bromley wants to see the mirror, the Miller High Life.
Oh yeah,
MJ
we
mirror.
didn't show it.
Feel
Yeah.
free to.
We should also get a shot
Of these
of
pre-folded.
the rolls. Yeah.
Get a little twofer here. We got some pre-rolled chicken cordon bleu.
Very nice.
Yeah, it's beautiful.
And then we got this NBA mirror.
Where'd you get the mirror, Frank?
Flea market.
Oh, nice. That's
Sailorsburg,
great.
Pennsylvania. A throwback.
So, to all our new viewers, if you're just joining us, I am Chef Dan. This is Chef Frank. We're joined by producer Mike. He's sitting down right now. And we are coming to you live from Weehawken, New Jersey. This is We Made This Live, and we are cooking chicken cordon bleu with a side of string beans.
Sautéed string
Sautéed
beans.
string beans, and for dessert, we're going to be cooking some chocolate chip cookies from scratch. And we're going to be here every step of the way. This is not a traditional cooking show where we're gonna turn around and pull chicken cordon bleu out of the oven.
Don't have time.
We
for
don't
that.
do that. So if you're gonna watch it with us, you're gonna be in it for the long haul. We're doing it from start to finish.
And it's going to be saved, so feel free. You can watch it again after you sit through the
Mhm.
first time. Don't think you can leave early.
But thank you for joining us. We appreciate it. You can ask us questions or make comments in the YouTube comment section. You can tweet at us at We Made This Live and using hashtag We Made This Live. And ask us anything you want. Ask us about what we're cooking. Ask us about cooking in general or the off-topic topic, which is what is your favorite New Jersey movie. I'm still not sure in terms of favorite New Jersey movie. I would probably lean towards Mall Rats as well.
Excuse me.
Sure.
Get this so we can
I'm trying to think of other great ones. Chef Frank, do you have a favorite New Jersey movie?
Wasn't Swamp Thing from New Jersey? Or not Swamp Thing. Who was the green guy? Troma.
Toxic Avenger.
Toxic Avenger, East
That's
Jersey,
a
right?
great suggestion. Yeah, from North Jersey.
Shout out to Toxic Avenger.
Bergen County.
Is Troma located in Jersey? No, they're in the city.
I think the Trauma Universe
It's
is
New Jersey.
located in New Jersey.
Sergeant Kabuki Man. All right, where are we at right now?
So right now we're ready to dredge and
Okay.
get these things into the oven and get them cooking. So how good are you at cracking eggs? You can crack an egg with
Let's
one
crack some
hand? Are
eggs.
you
Yeah,
good?
I can do it.
So we got some eggs over there. There should be one with 2 eggs in them.
Do we want to get a shot of this? This might be good. Go ahead.
So we pre-mixed out everything this time in solo cups.
Let's get a nice above shot. There you go.
Angles.
So you can see everything is prepared. We kind of saved you that. So we want the one, or we want the one
2.
with 2?
Yeah.
So we're going to crack. The recipe calls for 2 eggs.
2 eggs. Well, that's just for the dredging to make sure we get them all coated.
Right, right. And where am I breaking into?
Into the mixing bowl. Or not
The
mixing
small
bowl.
bowl.
Yeah, this.
That.
And we'll whisk them.
All
Whisk
right.
me away.
I'm going to try the one-handed technique. All right.
Woo!
Success.
Should take the garbage out earlier. And while he's doing that, I'm going to get the flour ready.
But now, note, I cracked the 2 eggs with one hand. No shell, as far as I can tell, in the bowl. But I'm still going to wash my hands with soap because raw egg is not something to be fooled around with.
Scott Bromley's favorite New Jersey movie is Avatar.
Yeah, that's a good one. That's definitely a good
I
one.
thought that was Space New Jersey. I don't know if that really counts.
Which one was Avatar? Was that the one with Jar Jar Binks?
Yeah, that's the one. That's the
Well,
one.
you
And
got
water.
a lot of Jar Jar Binks.
So if you can whisk those eggs, Dan,
We'll do.
what I'll be doing is getting the
Go ahead.
breading mix. We have 4C brand panko style breaded breadcrumbs.
Now, Frank, why
Throw
don't
in a
you
splash of paprika.
paprika? Interesting. That's a big splash.
That's how we do it out here.
All right.
Some Italian herbs.
Get my wine out of your way. So, how did you come upon this recipe for breadcrumbs?
Modified it. Originally started
You
with
test it out.
tested it out, see what I liked.
Mhm.
See what I did. I had ones that were so spicy using like dried ghost peppers. It just I couldn't deal with it.
Mm.
So the paprika has a nice little spice, not too much.
Mhm. But if someone wanted, they could just go with the breadcrumbs
Sure.
right from the store.
Sure thing.
Any questions from the audience?
Mick Macrina says, "Great job updating the set. Huge improvement."
Thanks.
Mike Grossman, obviously a fake name, says, "Tell us about the Count of Weddell Jarlsberg."
What is that?
He also says, "Tell Chef Frank that Smash was trademarked by other New Jersey celebrities."
What Smash? Oh, from Jersey Shore. They had the Smush. He's getting mixed up with Smush, I think, from the Smush room of Jersey
Mhm.
Shore. That's where they made intercourse in that
Yes,
room.
yeah,
It
yeah.
was like the designated
They
F.
made love.
Yeah, they had a designated F room there, and that was their Smush room. I
Mhm.
believe that's when he's getting mixed up.
Mhm.
Do you think
It's a common mistake.
did anybody fall in love in the Smush room?
Rule number one is you don't fall in love with the Jersey Shore. So
Well,
we're gonna mix up
Snooki's married to Johnny, right?
Gioni.
Gianna.
But they didn't.
And they have a kid.
They do have a kid. She did fall in love with the Jersey Shore. My mistake.
I follow the situation on Twitter, on Facebook.
But
Not
you-
Facebook, on
MySpace
Instagram.
at this
Instagram.
point?
Instagram.
Okay, so we have breading, we have eggs, we have flour.
You know, I think one thing we probably overlooked is we didn't run down like all the ingredients beforehand.
We'll put them on the link.
Okay,
Yeah,
all
people can make them up. Yeah,
We'll
put
add the
ingredients.
recipe after the
And
show
you
is
can tune
done.
in, yeah, and watch it then, or read up on it then.
Okay.
So
So where are we at now?
here's what we're gonna do. I got my
Scott Bromley really wants you guys to either lick or take a bite of the raw chicken. Do something with the raw chicken. Would you massage it a little bit?
All right, Scott Bromley. This was the one that I smushed too much. I'm not gonna eat it because I'm not some freak. But like I'll. Oh man, that's nasty. Oh.
I think that's worth a retweet.
Oh.
Yeah.
I think that's worth a retweet and saying that this is a great
Oh.
show in the tweet.
Sorry, guys.
See, that's what we do for our
That's what we
audience.
do. We're here to entertain.
That's the We Made This Live difference.
So,
I hope he's entertained.
would you be able to spray these down?
Absolutely. Interesting.
And what we're gonna do,
Now, Chef Frank, why are we spraying this down?
because they're going into the oven, we don't want anything sticking to it once it hits the oven. Check the temp here. Oh, we're good to go on this.
Shake
too.
well, spray can upright about 6 inches from unheated cooked bakeware. So I'm just going to do it this way. Okay?
That's great. And I don't know if we'll need another one yet.
All right, we'll
So
start there.
we'll both dredge our own chicken cutlet.
Okay.
We toss this in the sink.
Absolutely.
So,
Maybe we should bring the camera closer. Producer Mike.
Mike, would you ever bring the?
I didn't like that little sigh that I think I right there. Okay.
All right. So if we can aim it over towards this way.
Yeah.
There we go. Oh, down a little more. We don't need to see our faces for this one.
Yeah.
There we go. So we'll take our chicken,
Okay. I'm going to watch you first.
flour it up, so that the egg sticks to it.
Interesting. You go flour first, then egg. I would have thought egg first.
No, it won't stick then in that case.
Hmm.
Egg it up. Hit it with the breadcrumbs. Generous with the breadcrumbs.
you want to get breadcrumbs on the inside, or?
It's not necessary, but we just
But
want to
if they
make
get
sure
there,
we
it's
get a
also
nice
not the end of the
coat
world.
on there.
Okay.
Nice coating of crumbs. Then we splash it in the dish. You want to try one now?
Yeah.
I'll wash my hands.
Okay. So over to the flour. How much flour is in here? You just put a generous amount?
Dumped it in, yeah.
Now, this is a very thin piece of chicken, so flour is going to get on, it's on the ham.
That's okay, because we'll get egg and bread.
Can I get bread on the ham as well?
Yeah, I'll have that one. That was the small one.
Okay. I think that's good. Now I'm going to go to the egg. Okay.
It's going to be messy.
And remember, it's going to be messy,
Be
but you
prepared.
also don't be afraid to move quickly, to move confidently, minimize spillage throughout the kitchen. You know, don't be afraid to make mistakes, especially when you're making something the first time.
Cooking, we're in the kitchen. It's all about experimentation. It's like
We're
college.
in the lab.
Cooking is like college for adults. It's just experimentation.
Okay.
And you throw
Nice
it
and
in there.
coated. Dropped
Boom.
in.
So I think we'll get another plate to fit that other one.
Okay. Now, is it okay that these are touching in there once they go in there?
We'll separate
Do we
them.
wanna
Yeah, you can
them?
separate them.
I'll
Because what we're
separate
going to do is we're going to separate them, and then we're going to put a splash of butter on top of each one, just to melt. Keep them
That
nice.
sounds good. I like that.
Keep them nice and moist.
Okay, I'm gonna wash up, or I can actually do the next one since you already
Do you want to?
Sure.
I don't know. Maybe I'll do that next.
You want to do
time.
the next one? All right.
No, I got it. You go. Go
Okay.
for it. This is all your training is paying off right now.
So again,
Flour.
flour.
F-E-B. Fed.
I feel like we
Flour.
should zoom in. Like we should only see the top of the.
It's a.
Right? Is that how it was the whole time?
It was like this.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah.
You can maybe angle it like that.
Yeah. That's a little better. Right.
Sure.
See the top of the.
All right. You guys want me to do that?
Could have put these toothpicks through a little butter.
Mine didn't move, but I did it. But okay. I can get you more toothpicks. Just don't lose them. That could be.
I would say that's also another thing you want to keep in mind when you're making something like this. Keep track of the toothpicks. It could be very dangerous if it ends up inside the food. You end up taking a bite of it. Just remember how many toothpicks you're using and where they're located in the food.
Pro tip: you can use spaghetti as well, and it'll get soft while it's cooking. It'll hold everything in place. I just didn't want to open up a new thing of spaghetti for this, so I had the toothpicks out.
really interesting. How's that look, Chef?
It'll work. That'll do.
Ian
Sorry,
McDonald.
Dad. I mean, Chef.
Ian McDonald wants to know, what wine are you drinking?
That's a good question, Ian.
It's a
This is
great question.
Ian, this is the Mamacita Merlot. I don't know if it reverses for you because it's backwards for it on me here. 2013 vintage, a fine year, from Chile. It's Chilean wine. Mamacita.
I mean, I didn't. Right, you bought it.
I bought
Is
it.
an expensive wine?
No, nothing I buy is expensive.
It's good. It's not too acidic for an expensive wine. I like it.
So, excuse me.
Frank, you have not weighed in with your favorite New Jersey movie.
I said Toxic Avenger.
Is that your favorite?
It's not my favorite, but it's the only one I can think of
And
that
did
takes
you name
place in
one?
New Jersey.
You named a couple of movies
I
that you
said
like.
Strong Man. I like The Wrestler as well.
Wrestler is really good, yeah.
New Jersey movie.
Okay, good.
So, what I'm doing next
New Jersey Drive.
is I'm going to put in a
Wasn't
thing of
so
butter on top of slippery butter on top of each one. Half a tablespoon. Keep everything nice and moist when it starts melting.
Mm-hmm. Is that like a Chef Frank touch? Or
That was
did
one of
you
the
do that somewhere?
recommendations.
Yeah.
It's just picked up over time.
And is this your own recipe, or did you do research for this?
Modified research. I can't come up with my own.
But in preparation for this, you went out and you looked for.
Look, I knew I wanted to do chicken cordon bleu,
Uh-huh.
but I didn't know the exact recipe I was going to go with. So I looked it up, sort of modified what I was accustomed to making, added a couple things, making it more TV friendly for everybody tuning in to watch. Or else it's pretty boring. You know, this is exciting, right?
The bleu part of the name is interesting.
It's French.
Right.
It's French for blue ribbon.
Is that what it's French for?
It's, well, I know this, my family is French, and it is referring to the highest level of knighthood that could be achieved, which in the 1500s was indicated by a blue ribbon that the knights would wear around their bodies.
Did they
How
eat the chicken cordon bleu?
So it translated well to cooking, because blue ribbon, that's a good thing.
Okay.
Whether
But
you're
so it's not
judging
specific to any
livestock.
kind of food that or ingredient we're using here.
No, blue ribbon just means it's good.
Okay.
Which is why you see so many French people drinking Pabst
Blue ribbon.
Cordon Bleu.
Cordon bleu ribbon.
Oh, there you
Gotcha.
go. That's a good. Thank you.
There'll be a test at the end, so hopefully everyone's paying attention.
Yeah. All right. So where are we at now?
We're ready to throw these things in the
They're
oven.
going in the oven. We've been heating up the oven to 375.
You want to aim that
It's good
over
to
so
go.
I can see this oven?
Yeah.
Chef Jan or Mike?
I don't want to do Mike's job for him. So
Not too close. The laptop's expensive. So we have our chicken. We have our oven. It's about a little under 400. A C here under 400 right now, and we're just gonna toss this one in. Toss number 2 in. Close it, and then we're setting our alarm for 20 minutes.
20 minutes.
In which we'll check it in. Got a minute? So which we'll check in on it. We may have to flip them over at that point. So our alarms are now set at 20 minutes. While that's going on, we got other stuff to cook.
Yeah. No, we are not done. Not by a long shot.
Not by a long shot whatsoever. Do you guys want to talk while I just clean off these dishes?
Yeah,
We
absolutely.
got to chop up some stuff. I just want to make sure.
Mike Grossman contributes Be Kind, Rewind as a favorite New Jersey movie.
I've never seen that. I heard it was good. Yeah, so I think we're good on the New Jersey movie topic. I'd be curious to hear more from our fans. You can let us know. Hashtag We Made This Live. Tweet us at We Made This Live. So it's New Jersey's an interesting place. I'm from Brooklyn/Staten Island. I interned in New Jersey at Citigroup one summer and commuted back and forth every day over the Goethals Bridge. Little fun fact. I have 2 favorite bridges in the world. One is the Brooklyn Bridge because it's just hard to beat that. It's hard to deny how beautiful it is. But my other favorite bridge is a little-known bridge called the Bayonne Bridge, named for Bayonne, New Jersey. And I took that bridge tonight to get here. It's a small bridge, but I love the art on the bridge. It's a nice, simple design, simple but elegant. And I think it's a very underrated bridge. And if you happen to be going to New Jersey through Staten Island, in an area into Bayonne or an area near Bayonne, it's hardly ever backed up. People don't really know about it. They don't use it. So take the Bayonne Bridge. Beautiful. Not a lot of traffic. Easy to get to. Easy to get out of. So there you go. Producer Mike, any comments on YouTube? Any comments on Twitter?
Mike Grossman says, I think the fat Jew just screen grabbed you guys.
Uh-huh.
I don't know if that's true or not. I don't know if he actually did.
That sounds like a joke.
Sounds like some type of joke. He's stealing our content.
Mick Macrina says, chicken, cordon, beard, hair. My favorite. He also says, licking raw chicken, bad idea, jeans. Referring to the SNL sketch, the fake commercial, bad idea, jeans. Nice knowing you, friend.
Hey, whatever it takes to get a good laugh from our viewers.
Look, we'll do it.
We'll do it. I'm down for whatever. So I got some green beans here. Let me wash these out and we'll start chopping.
I'll keep talking. Keeping on the New Jersey topic, let's talk Sopranos. Favorite Sopranos episode? Producer Mike, what's yours?
Oh, I didn't know I was going to be put on the spot. Whichever episode Paulie's mom says, "Oh, Madonna and me, they don't eat snails, do they?" I think that's a later episode.
You don't like Eat Your Man and Go?
I like that episode a lot. I like any episode. I like the episode with Defiler. when Christopher is quote unquote encouraging Adriana's music managing career, and she says that she knows this band that you know, and I'm trying to remember the name of the studio guy in it who says, "You guys don't have a you guys don't have a chorus. It's
right.
verse chorus.
Whatever happened to She Loves You?"
Right. Exactly. And that guy is we were watching it, and it turned out to be a friend of Allie's.
Oh, wow.
Allie's my wife.
Great. Who you did not know at the time, right? When that aired, I would guess.
Well, it aired in the 90s, so I didn't meet Allie in the 90s.
Yes.
That's just
So it's
that's just
funny
math.
how fate works, people. That's another lesson learned when we made this live. Mike, what can you tell us about some New Jersey fun facts?
The movie Mortal Thoughts was filmed at Boatcraft Amusement Park on Route 22 in New Jersey.
Shout out to Boatcraft. I hope they recover after that flood. There was that bad flood out there.
Yeah, our hearts are
Hearts are out with Boatcraft and all the Scotch Plains family.
Yeah. All right.
All right,
at,
so we
Jeff?
have green beans. I think
Okay.
we'll each take a handful and we just chop the ends off.
Chop the ends.
Chop the ends off and throw them back in here because we're going to be sauteing them.
Okay.
A technique you can use is if you line them all up, you can chop them all at once, as
Very
opposed to
good.
doing them individually.
Which is not as time.
Or you could set
Time
each
effective.
one hand individually like you're doing.
So you're just doing it in a big.
Go in,
big
we're on a rush here.
Gotcha.
We were an hour and 40 last time.
Yeah.
We got to cut that.
All right.
People,
I guess I'll take the.
people
my
gonna
cream
eat.
myself. Right.
got a couple ends in, big, I licked damn chicken, okay? I licked raw chicken. If I eat an end.
What is our Twitter follower count up at all, producer Mike? I'd be curious to know. We were at one follower who was me, starting before.
I think I was too. I thought.
Oh really? Then maybe it's me.
Let's come back to that.
Sounds no.
Wow. Yeah. Give us a follow at We Made This.
Yeah. How are you gonna know when new episodes are coming out? So what do you guys usually like humming when you're cooking? Do you have any specific songs?
I usually listen to podcasts. I guess if I have to hum, I guess it depends on what is stuck in my head at the moment. I've been listening to a lot of Roy Wood lately. Lead singer.
All right, I think we're back on the air. Sorry about that.
Sorry, folks. Technical snap.
Technical. Even my internet's not impervious to. We're just getting slammed with so many viewers. I think is the main problem.
Can't handle it.
You just YouTube may be buckling under the load.
Now, I'll give you one tip for discarding food waste. So now I just chopped off the ends of my string beans. Now, an easy way to get rid of them: go over to the garbage can, right? And in one motion with your knife, bam, off, off, off. Easy cleanup, fast, simple.
Let me give that a shot.
I'll let you give it a try. I know, Chef Frank, you usually do it one piece at a time by hand, correct?
I usually eat the ends. I eat every part of it.
Okay.
Nose to tail.
So now we've got our string beans.
Got our string beans.
Are we going to saute them now, or are we going to set them aside and do it later?
I'm trying to think of the best way to do this. Let's set them aside for right now.
Okay.
Let's get going on the cookies so that we're ready for that too.
Wow. Okay.
We're going to get the cookies at least going, and then we'll start sauteing the green beans and making the rice at the same time.
Okay.
There's
Wow.
rice too.
Rice.
I forgot to
Whoa,
mention.
surprise, folks.
I got to mention. I got some
We're
rice.
making rice.
All right, let's do this.
And just so you know, We were in Weehawken, New Jersey. How hot is it out?
Oh, it's
90?
Probably
90?
80 something, high 80 something.
We don't have the air conditioning on in here because we thought it would interfere with the sound. So just so you know what we are going through to make this show, the best we can make it is no air conditioning in New Jersey.
None.
August, summer.
It's cooking in the green room.
But we're not getting it.
Yeah, we're not getting anything. Check on these puppies, they're cooking. All right, so we got chocolate chip cookies coming up. One of my favorites.
I love a good chocolate chip cookie. I mean, my feeling is if you, in all seriousness, if you want to judge how good a bakery is, how good a dessert place is, the chocolate chip cookie, which is the most simple kind of dessert, but there's such a wide range in terms of what's good and what's not, that is a good way to judge if someone knows what they're doing. A great chocolate chip cookie is all you need.
I'm a big fan.
Yeah.
Soft, melted chocolate chip cookies. Not the hard ones that you get at like Italian pastry shops. Not a fan of those.
No.
I just like a freshly made cookie.
Absolutely.
Shout out to the Decca store back in high school. They had the best some of the best chocolate chip cookies I think ever. They're like pretty much raw, just like eating.
Is that in Scotch
shape.
Plains?
Yeah, that was in Scotch Plains.
Otis Spunkmeyer.
Yeah, was it?
Oh yeah,
Otis Spunkmeyer.
We had those too.
He had the cookie hooked up.
Mm-hmm.
So first ingredient, stick of butter. We're gonna be taking this butter, throwing it in a microwave safe dish. Yep, that says microwavable.
Mm-hmm.
And we're going to be nuking it for about 30 seconds. Get it nice and soft so we can be mixing with it.
Now, you don't want to completely melt it.
Nah.
Okay.
Just, I mean, if it was pre-melted, it would, but it's going to start splattering all over the place and be a mess.
Mm-hmm.
So it's easier just to throw in for about 32 seconds.
Mm-hmm.
Let that cook.
Chef Frank, do you have a favorite Sopranos episode?
Trying to think of the favorite one. I think the last one, just because it summed everything up, and it was like one of the ones that actually caught my eye.
Were you satisfied by the last
one? I left
one?
it open. I like the fact that I just left it open to dry her open.
But do you think that it did, or do you actually think that it didn't?
I think it left it open.
I think David Chase has not really commented on it.
It's spoiler alert for anybody now who hasn't seen it.
Yeah, we'll talk a little bit about the Sopranos.
Hold your ears for a little bit.
Producer Mike, do you feel like the finale of The Sopranos was left open? Was it ambiguous, or was it a finite?
I felt it was finite.
And what did you think happened at the end?
I thought that was. I thought for however you want to take that statement, that was the goodbye for Tony Soprano. I think that was made clear.
Mm-hmm.
Did I think it was lazy? I thought that maybe there could have been like a little bit of a softening to just making you think that your cable went out.
Right.
just maybe like a little bit more.
You think he died at the end, or what?
I mean, David Chase is an accomplished TV guy. I'm sure he could have maybe done like a little bit more.
Mm-hmm.
Surprised that it got that far.
Yeah. I think I'm a little...
Filmed in Holston's, Montclair, New Jersey.
A real place.
Yeah, a real place. Yeah. Not known for its onion rings.
Which is what they say in the episode.
I don't think they serve food there. I think it's just candy and ice cream.
Really?
Really? I thought it was a diner.
I don't know. Maybe my next trip back, we'll go. Are you ready to?
I'm ready.
Okay, let's go on. Let's move on.
So we got our mixing bowl.
We should probably just get a quick shot of the butter. So this is what the stick of butter looks like after.
Don't spill on that.
Yeah, I won't.
It's expensive.
After being in the microwave.
So dump it in.
Dump it in.
We're
Okay. So
gonna be using
a large mixing bowl right now. It's hard to tell scale on the picture. I think this is the largest.
It's a human hand next to it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
throw it in the sink, please, and then we have a quarter cup of brown sugar
into the bowl.
Into the bowl. Shout out to brown sugar. A half cup of white sugar, or just pure sugar. I don't like giving my sugars color. Toss it in.
All in.
All in.
Just like us.
Next up, we're mixing.
Whoa. Okay, not by hand.
Not by hand. Not yet, at least. So I got this little thing. I got this at Target. You know, it's like $15. It gets the job done. Saves me getting my hands super messy off the bat.
Now, can we anticipate splatter here?
That's why I went with the bigger bowl. Hopefully, gonna not have so much splatter.
be great to get a shot of it. If only someone was here to do this kind of thing. I'll get that on my laptop. Ready?
So we're mixing this up until it's nice and smooth texture. Okay. Dan, would you be able to use your egg magic? There should be another egg over there.
Into the bowl.
Into the bowl. Ooh, nice one.
The one-handed crack.
Young eggs. And if you can get me the vanilla there. Vanilla extract. It's in the little thing still. It's in a little container with the red lid.
Yeah.
We're putting in a teaspoon of vanilla. Getting my mixing components out. You guys are behind the scenes that I keep my measurement things here. Splash. Now you don't want to mix this too much.
Now, do you know this by heart, or have you made chocolate?
I need reminders. Like I make chocolate cookies, but my ingredients list sometimes differs a bit more. I use sometimes different kinds of butter with my cookies. That's my drift. So we're mixing in, mixing. About 10 to 20 seconds. We don't want to beat the eggs too bad, or else it's going to make them harder to rise up at that point.
Now, what consistency do you want?
We want a smooth texture consistency of it, which we have now. You're going to be taking over mixing because I'm going to pour in the flour,
Okay.
baking soda, and
So
salt.
I'm going to keep going.
Well, as I pour these in.
I see.
So we have 1.5 cups of flour.
How do you have it on, too?
Yeah, 1 or 2. 1.5 cups of flour. We can start with it. And then we have a teaspoon of baking soda and a little more than a half teaspoon of salt. Sea salt. It gives a little salty taste to the cookie.
It's a little fancier.
A little fancy.
Now, for those watching at home, what's happening with the flour and the sea salt is the mixture is hardening a little bit. It's starting to get some consistency. Now, Chef, at what point do we know when to stop?
Once all the flour, everything is mixed in, we have flour on the edges, we stop. At that point, we're going to be going by hand. It's smelling good. I think we're good.
Okay.
So I'm going to wash my hands.
I'm just going to give the viewers a
Give them a little
little
preview.
look at where we're at. So this is the mixture post flour, post sea salt, post everything in the beginning, the brown sugar, the white sugar, what else? Egg, one egg, flour.
Baking soda, sea salt. Now the chocolate chips. We're using Nestle little chocolate morsels now. Sometimes I switch up those some peanut butter ones.
I like that.
But I don't know who has allergies to peanuts or whatever. So
You always, and that's another thing to keep in mind, when you're cooking a meal, especially in this day and age, ask people ahead of time what allergies they have, especially when it comes to peanuts.
it's lawsuit central nowadays.
It is lawsuit
Yeah.
central.
Everyone complains about everything.
And it's much more common. I was just talking about this today with a couple of my aunts who came over to see me today. I'm visiting in California. Just about how, even 10 years ago, you didn't hear as much about peanut allergies as you do now. Producer Mike, what's your experience with peanut allergies?
Well, back then, kids knew how to keep their mouths shut.
Right?
Yeah, killing it. Good time. So we're pouring in these chocolate chips. I like my chocolate chip cookies very chocolatey.
Do you go the whole? You're not putting the whole.
Not the
bag?
whole bag in.
How do you know how much to put in?
Just
Just
that
based
feeling.
on. Okay.
Just the feeling.
You're going by feel.
Because you
Now-
gotta leave some space for the actual cookie.
How many cookies is this going to make?
We can get between 9 and 11 cookies.
9 and 11.
Yes.
Okay.
Never forget.
Never forget. Yeah, it's simple to remember the number of cookies. But yeah, depending on how big we want to make them, we can get between like 9 and 11 cookies.
Okay.
So hands are clean, cookies in. I'm mixing everything in manually at this point.
Let's show this. I'm gonna take over here for a second. You see, you have to really get in there. Don't be afraid.
It's not going to bite you.
It's not gonna bite you.
And if anybody's eating or watching us eat while they eat, feel free to send pictures of them eating while watching us. We'll feature anyone.
Mm-hmm. Hashtag We Made This Live.
We'll be offering another prize giveaway at the end of the show for anybody who sends a picture of our final meal. But we'll talk about more of that as we reach the end. All right, we're getting mixed. We're mixed up. Getting mixed up with the wrong group of people.
So Holston's is not in Montclair. It's actually in Bloomfield.
Okay.
Which I'm very
Do they
embarrassed to
serve
say. I feel like I need to come clean about that. They do serve food, but I feel we did order the onion rings when we were there, but that was at least 7 or 8 years ago, and it was really just. It wasn't like a big thing. I think they were serving food.
After the finale, or?
We went after the finale. So I
Okay.
feel like they're serving food now because of maybe the influx of customers who are interested in The Sopranos. But it looks like they have burgers.
That Duggar guy had to come clean today.
Oh,
Man,
he's in the news, right?
Yeah.
Oh, I hear the alarm going off, which means the cook.
Oh.
These are ready to get flipped over.
Okay.
If I can, my hands are a bit dirty. Dan, don't forget there's a glove over there
Where I see it.
next to the microwave. My hands have cookie dough on them. If you could just pop them out of the oven, we'll put them on this plate and we'll flip them around.
Just gonna move this.
I'm gonna wash my handsers.
You want them on the stove top, or you want them on?
I'm gonna put them on the oven.
Chef Frank and Chef Dan, I just want to call out that on the Holston's menu on holstons.com, they call out specifically, now we exclusively use sea salt.
Interesting.
Big shift to sea salt.
Yeah, it's a big cultural shift. You know, I mean, Brussels sprouts.
I'm allergic to
kale.
regular salt. I'm allergic to anything but sea salt.
Is that true?
I have to only,
Really?
it has to be
What
from the
happens to
ocean.
you?
I swell up and
Wow.
I start complaining about other things that I'm
Mm-hmm.
become allergic to. I
You want to
start,
lick some salt? We got some. I like chicken. You can lick salt.
yeah, I'm also allergic to raw chicken.
Let's get a look at the chicken.
Still not done. Still got a little work on it.
So this is one side, 20 minutes in the oven at 375.
You gotta make sure you have your thermometers too. When we're done, we'll be checking temps. We want at least 160 for chicken. Yeah, we're barely hitting 120 right now. We'll flip these over and give them another 10, 15 minutes.
Mhm.
While we do that, we'll get the sautéed. We'll get everything sautéed. We'll get the rice cooking as well, boiling, and we'll be ready.
We'll be on our way.
Ready to eat maybe like half an hour or so.
Nick Macrina says, too many great episodes to choose the best Sopranos episode. Pine Barrens is in the discussion, though. I'm going to have to agree with
This is
him.
a great one. I'm going to
It's a
step
great
out for a
episode.
second.
Very
Make
neat.
sure this is my water and not somebody else's.
Take a quick water break. Make sure you stay hydrated in this heat, guys. It's very important.
I think it is.
So,
How many viewers do we currently have?
3. It's all right. We're not embarrassed.
It's okay.
We get usually the people afterwards. So I'm
So
putting
long tail, long tail.
in 2 cups of water. Oops. It'll spill there. It's all right. Sometimes creativity causes making a mess. that. And I have rice here. We're using Uncle Ben's whole grain brown rice.
Mhm.
Product shot here. Not that they're sponsoring us. You know, I don't trust those numbers. I don't think that that's entirely true. So we're going to bring this up to a slow boil.
Okay. This is for the rice.
This is for
How
the
much
rice.
water are you putting in?
About 2.5 cups.
Okay.
It'll evaporate
You put the rice in right away.
right away.
Right.
Bring it up to a boil.
Mhm.
Lower it down to medium.
Mhm.
Cover it.
Beautiful.
These chickens,
We gotta flip these.
we got to flip them over. You know what these are?
Toms.
You're welcome. Get it? A little humor here. Instead of thank you,
Mhm.
Tom's. Come on, work with me, people. Lost a little breading there, but that's okay. Again, missed the spot when you're spraying.
Yeah, I don't think I did that one.
All right. And we'll flip this over. Ooh, that's looking good.
That's great.
That's looking good.
Now remember, these are still very hot, so when you're gonna transfer it back, gloves.
Gloves. Make sure you all keep an oven mitt nearby. Burns are for real, guys,
Mhm.
and they leave scars and not the cool type. So toss these puppies back in. I'm gonna lower this to 350 in preparation for the cookies.
And how long are we gonna time this, or are we gonna
I'm
play this
setting the
by
timer now.
Okay.
Set for about 15 minutes.
My favorite Sopranos episode.
Oh my God,
Probably the Columbus Day parade episode.
Really?
Yeah, that's a great one. No, it's not in here.
I was gonna
That
say.
is the worst one.
That one was-
That is bad for a like just the 10 of us episode. Let me think. Favorite Sopranos episode.
Anything with Ralphie.
Ralphie was a great villain in that show.
That's
so
Johnny
is,
Cakes.
so is Richie Aprile.
The episode.
Yeah, the
where,
Johnny Cakes stuff. That was my favorite.
the episode where Jackie Jr. is playing Scrabble.
Oh yeah,
That's probably
that's pretty funny.
that's top 10.
You know what? The episode where he gets Jackie Jr. spoiler gets whacked is a great episode. And I also like the what is it? Wabistics. That's a great one.
With Steve from Wet Hot American Summer.
And Colodro from Bronxdale.
Right. Oh, the him. Oh, him.
Mm-hmm.
Convicted accessory to murder.
Felon.
Lilo Brancato.
Yeah. Yep.
I like Sean, who Bevilacqua.
Uh-huh.
Bevilacqua.
Yeah, Bevilacqua.
Bevilacqua. It was all Sean. It was all Sean.
Mm-hmm.
Sean is in. We saw him in Daredevil recently on Netflix.
Who did he play?
He plays a crooked cop.
Right.
But
You're right.
I wanted.
He's
to,
old. Wow, he looks a lot older.
yeah,
It's been
almost.
15 years, right?
And I kept, as soon as he came on screen, I said, it was Sean.
Yeah.
You want to need a little refill?
I'm still finishing. I'll take a little bit. But I am driving, so we gotta be careful.
How are you driving home?
I'll probably take the Bayonne Bridge again.
So you're not driving through Manhattan specifically
No,
on
one man's tour of New York.
No. Although I do hope to go to see
Midtown
the
Comics. You
Yankees
could
tomorrow
stop by
night.
Midtown
I would
Comics.
love to do that. I did want to have a day in the city, but I don't know if it's possible. So it would be nice. What's going on in New York these days? All I hear from my family is they hate de Blasio. Everybody hates de Blasio. That's all I know about New York. Is there anything good, exciting happening?
Nothing, man. Stinks. Homeless
Really?
people. all
Is
over
it back
the
to like 1970s New
It's
York?
bad, yeah. The boys like the second he got in office, I started seeing people cleaning the windows with like newspapers and stuff and stoplights, like almost overnight.
Squeegee Man.
Yeah, it's like
You're
almost
like,
overnight
yes.
that it happened. Like I'm expecting spray paint and graffiti to appear on subways.
Yeah.
Hoping to bring back an old Times Square. Like that was the spot back in the,
Yeah.
in the early '90s, late '80s. That was the porno spot.
Mm-hmm.
You got what, another 3 years with this?
You guys are in and out of New York every day. You work
Working
in
in
the
the
city. So, have you detected a change under De Blasio, Mike?
There's been like a little bit more of a visibility of people down and out.
Hmm.
I mean, it always stinks in New York in the summer.
Yeah.
especially on 21st and 1st, 10th between 1st and A. Those are prime stench spots for me. But it's just, it's always going to be New York.
Yeah.
It's
the Big Apple.
Yeah, exactly. Broadway.
Broadway, City of Dreams.
Yeah.
Right? Is New York
Well,
City?
I miss New York very much.
How's San Francisco? You enjoy
San
it?
Francisco's great.
What's your favorite place? Homeless in there are pretty bad.
They're
They're worse than
bad.
New York. Homeless in
Yeah.
San Francisco are worse than New York.
They're aggressive.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a different scene there. But no, San Francisco's great. It's a great city. I love it. Feels more like home.
Good.
I do miss it here, but yeah, pretty happy there.
I've heard the difference between the New York City homeless population and the San Francisco homeless population is that, think of New York.
I hate to interrupt you, but your chair is right on the edge of falling off. Like,
Whoa,
if you
that's
move
really
carefully.
Wow. We should get a shot of that. Oh,
Yeah.
I'm so sorry.
It's all right. Just want to let you know
Yeah.
before you fell backwards.
wow.
Please continue.
Yeah.
Man, that was rough. What's the insurance?
I just
Nothing.
lost Mike.
So the difference between New York City and San Francisco is that think New York City homeless population, but the likelihood of you having to fight them is very high.
Yes.
In San Francisco.
Have you had to fight any? Is it like?
No, but they're like, I guess it's a little more aggressive, especially if you go on Hate Street. There are a lot of like younger kids who are like,
We've had a rash of dog bitings.
dog biting.
Really?
The crusties, the crust punks.
Oh, I've actually read articles, yeah.
In the East
When they're
Village
biting,
side.
just like passing
There's
by.
like 3 instances in like the past, I don't know, 6 months or a year where their dog attacked someone.
Mhm.
Case a man bites dog.
Yeah, but
Dog bites man.
Yeah, the other way around. Yeah. No, I get it.
Mhm. Wow.
All right.
Do you miss it? Do you miss New York?
I miss it a lot. Yeah, definitely. I mean, I will say the interesting thing about moving is that when I lived here and people would say, "Oh, I could never live in New York," I never quite got that. I didn't understand what the big deal was. Having moved away, even to another city that's not as fast paced, and then come back, like now I get it. Like I see the difference in the energy of New York and other cities and other places, and how New York is so, it's just fast paced and there's a lot going on. And I get how it can be a lot for people.
There's not as much cocaine around.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's kind of fallen by the wayside. Maybe that's just me.
We're ready to saute, guys.
Let's saute.
All right. So I've been heating up this pan here.
Can we get the camera over this way?
We get these green beans and almonds.
It is hot here.
Sorry, doing what I can. If you need to cool down, you can go into the green room. So, got the pan heating up.
Mm-hmm.
I don't want to turn on the
Do you want to check on the rice? Do we want to give it
rice? I just lowered it. It's going now.
Okay.
We got another 10 or so on there. That should be timing out perfectly. These chickens. Okay, so we got the saucepan going. Not a saucepan, whatever, with these pans going. Throwing about a tablespoon and a half of butter. Turn the temp up, get turned up. Splash in the green beans. Dan, would you do me a favor? Throw a little more butter. Salt and pepper this thing. Throw in a splash of salt and pepper with the grinders. Make sure we give it some seasoning. Excuse me, while this is going, I'm going to all right, we should be back again. Not sure what's going on here. Still
I
working.
think it's proximity to the maybe to the.
Well, I have routers all over the place here.
All right, salt and pepper added. To
Salt and
the
pepper added. We're going to be mixing these up now. I see a couple ends in
I'm
here.
going to leave that there since we're having some issues with it.
I think we'll be good.
I'm going to leave you, Frank. You can talk about your sautéing process for a second.
So right now we're sauteing these green beans. Get them in the mix here, get them nice and crispy, get them buttery. Got the green beans cooking. Once Chef Dan gets back, we'll have him start getting the cookies out on the plate. Right, yeah. So people can see the green beans getting mixed up in here in the mix. These chickens are wrapping up, I think. This is going to be a good meal tonight.
Frank, when was the first time you made, excuse me, Chef, when was the first time you made chicken cordon bleu?
Since I've been living out in Jersey, like I didn't really cook too much up until that point.
Mm-hmm.
I'm guessing within the last 4 or 5 years.
And do you remember the first time you made it?
No, not the first time. I don't cook too often. I'm not a real dinner person.
What inspired you to make it?
This is what the people voted on this week. Are these questions or are these your questions?
My questions.
Oh.
Okay, folks, once again, reminder, you can tweet at us at WeMadeThisLive using hashtag WeMadeThisLive, and we will answer your questions. Right now we're cooking chicken cordon bleu with a side of string beans, and we also have some chocolate chip cookies in the works for dessert.
Speaking of which, Dan, while I saute these, would you be able to get a cookie pan from underneath? The big one all the way at the bottom?
Yep.
And if you can rub some parchment paper on, we can start to get those cookies ready to go in the oven.
Okay. I'm going to give it a quick rinse as well.
So those green beans.
Now, how long will you saute for?
Till they're nice and crispy.
Okay.
I'll give them a bite test in a sec.
Can you estimate how much time that would be? Total saute time?
The frequency with which I make these, I can't, because I don't do it too often.
Producer Mike, how are we doing on Twitter, on the YouTube comments? Any new questions we should be aware of?
Yeah, sure. Well, what's your guys' favorite go-to snack?
Go-to snack to cook or just to eat in general?
To cook and eat. You know, you don't. It's not quite opening a bag of chips.
Right.
Not quite. Setting up a whole cooking operation. Something easy.
Well, something out of the bag. Not cooking. I'd say my biggest weakness is chocolate covered pretzels.
Good choice.
Yeah,
Me too.
love them, and it's bad. I could eat like a whole bag.
Just a note, I'm throwing in now a quarter cup of sliced almonds.
Oh wow, very nice.
And those will be getting mixed in too.
We got the parchment paper. So we want to start scooping.
Let's start scooping. Give them a fill up a plate. Let's see.
Sure. Maybe we could move the angle a little bit so people can watch both having it once.
Oh, Dan's scooping cookies.
There you go. I'm scooping cookies now. As Chef said earlier, we should anticipate between 9 and 11 cookies out of this batch. So that is what I'm going to aim for. Hopefully I don't start off with scoops that are too big. But again, you want to just take a spoonful. This is the mix. I'm going to bring it up close to the camera. So you can see we've got chocolate chips. We've got the cookie mix made from scratch. This is not, we're not slicing Pillsbury.
This isn't Betty Crocker, man. This is straight.
And you just take that and you dollop it onto your cooking pan with parchment paper. And remember, they are going to expand once they start cooking. So you want to give them some space. You okay, Chef?
Yeah, just a little burn.
All right.
Seth Pompan says it's also National Lemonade Day.
Happy National Lemonade Day.
Happy National Lemonade Day.
I'm more of an Arnold Palmer drinker. Lemonade and iced tea.
Producer Mike, can I ask you to send a tweet from We Made This Live account saying Happy Lemonade Day. Watch Cordon Bleu
Does he
Cook
know
live.
that?
I don't know the password.
I don't think he knows the password for that one.
Just tell me the password. Give me a hint. Do you think I could figure out the password and nobody else could?
I forgot the password myself. I'd have to look in the email I sent Dan.
There's a series of hints and clues. I might be able to get it.
Is it the same password as the?
No.
Okay.
No, we have a new one. The bad beer bear.
Oh, Pete.
He says, any chance of an aprons only episode?
See us next season. Tune in next season for it.
We don't want to spoil everything.
Yeah,
You'll find out at the upfronts.
I don't think they're wearing pants, Pete. So it's shirts
Now-
and aprons and nothing else.
Frank,
Yes.
Chef Frank, this is
Dan.
very important. Am I being too stingy with my scoops? Because I'm going to get way more than
Yeah, these
nine
are little
ounces.
baby cookies.
These are baby cookies.
Yeah.
Do you want me to go?
Go big. Fill this one up and we'll go big with some other ones for us. We'll
Okay.
make some like 3 real big ones for us.
Mick Macrina is saying something.
Something.
I'm not entirely sure it's true or not, so I'm not going to say it.
Okay. Is it something about the Avengers movie?
No. Should it be?
Oh, you know what that means?
It's time to check on our chicken.
Chicken's done. It should be done at least. We got these green beans are popping off. The rice is just about done. Wait for the last of that water to evaporate. We got a thing of cookies. We're looking good, guys. We're making good time. Things are synchronizing up.
I'll just show this to the camera.
Show them.
Now, Chef says I scooped too small. I think these will get you decent sized cookies, but for the remainder of the mix, we're going to go big. So the kind of like bakery cookies,
Yes.
correct? Like the big.
We're on. This is a party. Let's have
Okay.
some good cookies. Can I
So,
see the scoop?
Yeah,
Ross?
we just need a place to set this down. I guess I'll go right here.
Throw
Oh,
it
that's
there.
a spicy meatball.
There we go.
Seth Pompan also used the Swarm app to announce that he is at Warsaw in Brooklyn, New York.
Oh, wow. Is he at a concert? Wow, there's a first time for everything.
It doesn't have much to do with tonight's episode.
Hopefully he's watching at the concert.
He's probably live streaming it from his phone.
We live in a great day and age. So this is my tray.
Wow, look at those.
Some big boy cookies here. We can let these cook while we get everything else ready here. Shut that off. And let's toss these in. We want to cook these for about 12 minutes or so.
There are
So
some
now the chicken's done, I'm sorry.
Chicken is done.
So we should probably show a shot with the finished chicken
Yes.
for now.
Let me get these out. Don't burn yourself out.
Might be easier to bring it, maybe if we don't want to unplug and risk a network connection fail.
I'm working. I'm getting there. Seal this up. Set my timer for 12 minutes again. About 10 minutes. Maybe 11 minutes. Hit the start.
Is that my wine or is that your wine?
That is your wine. Rice should be done. It's absorbing now. Let's absorb all the rest of the water. Watch yourself.
Okay.
Green beans are sautéed.
Let's get a better shot of that. Yeah.
Don't burn on it.
Very nice.
We'll have the plating and then the traditional Dan Instagram picture coming up. Stay tuned. We are not close to being finished yet. We want to angle that monitor up.
Yeah, yeah.
Well, we don't say. I don't want to say that because then people think the show's never gonna. We got like another 10 minutes or so of prep, and then we have the wrap up show coming up where you can sit at the table with us
Mm-hmm.
and listen
watch
to
us
us eat. We have the chicken cordon bleu.
That's your finished chicken right there.
Still sizzling.
But notice how it's nicely golden on the top, browned in places, not burned. Very key, and it looks great, Frank. My compliments to the chef.
Well, save it till we eat it first. So we have our ingredients. It's plating time.
Plating time. Okay.
Plating time. Oh man, I got a lot.
Well, I'm gonna let you do the honors. You are the lead on this.
So I don't have any fancy plates. I just have some, of the people plates.
Some records, some garbage can lids.
Move these off to the side. Now, I prefer to have it on a bed of rice. I don't know what you guys want, or if you want the rice on the side.
I think we should probably get a close up of this. It's up to you. You know.
Makes sense. This final 10 minutes. I could do this. So we have our 3 plates. Each one representative of one of us. Ah!
You all right?
I'm good. Excuse me. Got our rice. Rice is nice.
You're going on the side, or you're going bed of rice?
I'm going bed of rice.
Okay. And this is brown rice?
Brown rice. Uncle Ben's whole grain brown rice.
Very healthy.
You know, I saved the reckless eating from when I was a kid.
Mm-hmm.
Now I'm a little more appreciative of life. A lot of potential left in life.
Mm-hmm.
Trying to eat a little healthier, so I got the whole grain rice.
Every day's a gift.
Never know, man. Splash of that there. Splash of that there.
Have you heard the good news?
What news?
He is risen. It's a Sopranos callback.
Hell yes. So we got our sautéed green beans. Sorry. Hope no one's allergic.
Now, one thing I have to say is this was easy to make.
Very easy.
It's really a nice meal.
I mean, we talked a bunch, so that's what made it go a little longer. But
yeah.
Watch your arm; it's gonna.
But it's really not. I mean, this is a quality home cooked meal, and it's really not difficult to do.
No,
I hope that came across.
Cleanup's a different story, but
yeah.
It's only easy if you purchase the We Made This brand cooking utensil.
buy our book. The book
Online,
comes
so-
out. This is an excellent time to pitch our book. The cookbook. We made this recipes.
The book will just have random chapters on
Different
the
meals.
homeless in New York.
So we got this big one here. Don't forget, guys, your toothpicks.
We're missing a very important part of the plating right now. I was going to try and save that cheese.
Let it go.
Now, are we ready for the valve spray?
So we get this camera over. We got our cookies cooking.
Mm-hmm. The cookies are in at 350.
350.
Mm-hmm.
We got our plated out chicken cordon bleu. Now it's time for Dan. Take it away. This is your part, man.
Okay, it's time for the Instagram photo. Now, let's take a look at what we have here.
Pick your one, whatever one you want.
Well, this is the biggest cutlet that we have. I'm going to go what?
That's all yours.
Okay. This plate has the biggest cutlet, and I think a lot of people might be tempted to say, let's use that for the Instagram photo. But if you look at it, there are actually some defects. It's not breaded completely. Let's get a shot of this so people can see what I'm talking about. There's some holes in the breading. There's some stray almonds over there. If we take a look at this one, is the second biggest. Again, there's a big hole in the breading. Again, this stuff is difficult to perfect. You know, we're not professionals, so this is something I would still feel comfortable serving to someone. But in terms of presentation, it's not our strongest.
It's an art, not a science.
Right. What I would go for is actually the smallest one. It's got the best breading in terms of surface area. You get a nice view of the rice on the side. And the string beans look great. There's really no spillage around. Well, there's this speck here. I'll just remove that. And I think we're good. So I'm going to put it on the cutting board, actually. I'm going to switch it.
Swat it.
You know what I mean.
You want to put these up here.
Oops. Cutting boards always make for good backgrounds or settings for any kind of picture of food. I'm gonna get my Instagram ready. Okay.
Move this
If
way.
you want to come around.
Get it behind the shoulder.
Now, again, you can go far back, and you can get a wide shot of the food. That would work, but that's not quite what I want to do. I like to go close in, let people see the details. I'm actually going to try and hide the little patch that is missing, and I think that this angle does a good job of it. And you still get a nice shot of the rice. You get the green beans. We're not getting any of the floor in the shot, so here we go. 1, 2, 3.
We made this. Oh, is that I thought you were saying?
We made this. There we go. And now it's time, but now we're only really halfway done. It's time to pick the filter, which is almost as difficult as framing the shot. So it looks good without the filter, but that's really not what Instagram and We Made This is all about. But what I'm going to look for is something that accentuates the golden brown color of the chicken. We're getting a shot of
No, I'm just making sure chair's not going to fall over. We only got you above your way below.
Now, if you see this is it really doesn't show up on camera. That is way too brown, I think. Ludwig isn't bad. That's fairly accurate while accentuating the colors. Aiden, too brown. Perpetua, too bland. Too bright. Mayfair, I like Mayfair. Mayfair is always, let's see Valencia. Valencia is good too. I'm going to just go for Mayfair, okay? Chef approves.
That looks good, yeah.
All right. So here we go. Hashtag we made this. Oop. Almost misspelled this. Always check your spelling, people. Instagram actually now allows you to edit your comments and your hashtags, but it's always a good idea to double check before you hit the publish button. Hashtag we made this number 2. And I'm going to credit Chef by saying parentheses featuring at utterer.
Frank's on a plane.
Oh, Frank's on a plane. That's your, it would be much easier if you had one handle across different
I don't go,
social media platforms. I'm going to select Facebook and Twitter, share it on both. I learned from Chef Frank last time that you don't have to swipe the share button, you just have to tap it. So that's all I'm going to do, saves me some time. And there we go, we're done. Chicken Cordon Bleu. Now it's time for the also ceremonial photo.
Yes.
So hopefully someone's watching.
Hopefully once one of these viewers that are tuned in right now.
I'm going to take a moment to tweet that it's contest time.
Okay.
To just let people. So why don't you?
I'm gonna
talk a little bit more about this. Check on the cookies. I'll be right back.
The cookies smell delicious.
Cookies looking good right now. Maybe Dan didn't space it out as well as I'd like. Lower the temp a bit so they don't burn entirely. So it's been a successful one. Got some chicken cordon bleu coming up. We'll have the wrap-up show where you can feel free to watch us eat as we enjoy this plentiful bounty that has been given to us today.
Lord.
The Lord. Lord of Science above, Carl Sagan. Got a little sweat I gotta wipe off. It's been a hot one.
Not as hot as Jared from Subway's feeling right now.
Yeah, he's feeling pretty bad right now.
Am I right? Probably feeling the heat. Also, trending with Smoke Break. Carrie Underwood announces new single, Smoke Break.
Carrie Underwood, congratulations. So, next up is the contest. Are we ready?
We did not talk about what the winner will get.
Winner will get a special prize. The first person to retweet or send us an image of us.
Take a screenshot of us holding the dish.
Yes, and
tweet it.
Tweet it to @utterer@Dan_Brooks. Or send it to us, email it to us at wemadethisshow@gmail.com. And the winner gets a special prize. We gave one out last time. Yeah. I think they're still raving about it.
Yeah,
it was
like
great. Double their value since then, from what I heard.
So let's
get up close.
Well, let's frame it properly.
Oh, do we have to get
Ready? I'll come over a little bit here. Ready? Big smiles.
We made this.
Take your pictures.
Click.
Oh. All right.
All right.
Hopefully
That's
something
not
good.
Those cookies are not done yet, but they're getting there. What we're gonna do is rotate them. And guys, feel free if you want to like start bringing these out. We'll set it up on the table, and we'll have the wrap-up show kicking up pretty soon.
Yeah, absolutely. Do we want to stop and then restart the wrap-up show?
Well, I can just move it over there.
Okay. Okay. So, producer Mike, maybe you want to move stuff over? I'll talk to the audience while we wait for everything to get ready. What do you say about that? You set the table, is what I'm trying to say.
Gross.
I'll help out with the utensils.
Sure.
Is this where you announce you're running for office or super PAC?
Exactly.
Get us out of the room.
Well, very nice. You did a great job. Thank you for all your help today. It actually made things run a lot smoother. I really appreciate it. Thank you. I'd like to sit at the head of the table. Thank you. So, thank you for tuning in, but the fun is not over. If all you were interested in was learning the recipe, watching us cook, then please by all means actually feel free to check out. But now we're on to the wrap-up show of We Made This, where we are going to eat the meal we just cooked and talk about the meal and maybe talk about some other things just like we do on the show. So bear with us. We're actually not going to break the broadcast. We're going to carry you with us in our arms over to the table where you'll join us in the delicious meal. So
This is the magic of live internet.
That's right. I'm going to keep my hat on. I might take my...
Keep the apron on. I'm going to be messing with this one.
Oh, there you go. Maybe that's a good idea.
These cookies just will be ready in about a second. I'm going to bring this out to the table. People can... Maybe we should shut this AC off. I was going to put that on this table. You guys need water?
I just got it. Anybody have a preference which they want to eat?
I'm good, man.
Are you sure?
You tell me. You tell me. Oh, look at that.
I'll take the little one.
Get that wine.
Yeah.
You know.
So, I think, Frank, this is an IKEA table.
This is how yours was?
I believe this is an IKEA table. It's very nice, very pretty. It's kind of like modernist in design. You know, this is, Frank actually has a very nice apartment, really clean, not cluttered. I'd say not much mid-century influence, but still somewhat streamlined, stylized, nice stuff. Is this where you want to be? Sure. Okay.
Now this fan going.
All right.
I'm excited. Would you guys, so as chefs, would you be offended if before someone even tasted it, if they were like, hey, can I get some hot sauce?
Sure, not. You want hot sauce? Any preference?
No. I'm just saying.
Would I be offended?
Okay, maybe.
I might be. They didn't. No, I mean, I like hot sauce myself. I do feel like, well, you know, that's a good question, Mike. I wouldn't be offended. People can do what they want, but I do think that there are times when I make something, or in general, if you make something and you know it's good and somebody says, there's not enough onions, there's not enough whatever, and you know that there's enough to make the sandwich or whatever the best it can be, that people can just be wrong about these things. But, you know, they have their own personal taste. How would you feel?
I would take it personally.
You would take it personally?
I was viciously taken.
Well, I know there are times like I'll be at somebody's house for dinner, and like I'll feel like something needs more salt, and I feel bad like doing it because that's a sign of it just doesn't have enough flavor.
It's a matter of taste. I don't think I could make it in the restaurant industry,
No.
which is great because I was assigned this show by the network.
Cheers to food and friends.
It went for the camera for everyone watching too.
Thank you very
Yes.
much.
To you.
So now this is the wrap-up show.
This is the wrap-up show.
This is where we just, eat dinner and talk like we normally do. So
I just want to point out that the Bad Beer Bear,
Mm-hmm.
I think is our winner.
Oh, really?
oh really?
This person took a photo.
It's
You
my
know.
good friend Pete. Pete P out in Scranton, PA. Don't want to blow his cover too much. Thank you for tuning in. One of my lifelong friends.
Mm-hmm. This is very good.
Excellent.
Great job.
Oh, we know what's that. Wow.
That was very good. That's very tasty. Mike, do you like to cook?
No,
You don't like to cook at all.
no,
Does Allie cook?
Allie cooks a lot.
Mm-hmm.
She cooks for the both of us.
Uh-huh.
I eat ketchup sandwiches. Like my dietary intake is upsetting. I've been told.
Oh, yeah? But you can appreciate a good meal. You don't just
Oh my
enjoy
God,
it.
yeah.
Yeah.
I just have no patience at all. I just have to keep moving.
Would you ever try Blue Apron?
We did try Blue Apron.
Mm-hmm.
It was fine. I didn't.
Did you get involved in that?
I did not. No. I sat in the other room. Watched bootlegs and some episodes.
Mm-hmm.
Did that.
Mhm.
Did that. Some
I still think Divx can win.
I appreciate the people who. I've just never been too good at it.
Mhm.
I've always been
You guys can fault pepper. I left him in there.
I don't think it needs.
no.
How about that Duggar guy, man? He's a freak. He's into all types of crap.
I mean, it's just like, the strange thing is, it's not as bad what came out, right? Like today.
As opposed to what?
That
When
he's a
he was
pedophile.
diddling kids.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, you still did that, right?
Yeah.
Okay. It's almost like, why are you apologizing for this?
I think now he's just putting all his cards on the table. With last time he was like, all right, that's it. I did things to kids. I swear that's all I did. I can say now it's coming out that he's addicted to porn
Mhm.
and he's on Ashley Madison, like 10 accounts on Ashley Madison.
That's like him saying, like,
Don't write your toothpicks, dog.
Oh, yeah. Good call.
like tomorrow he's gonna say, I'm also addicted to Elio's
I love
pizza, or I'm addicted to.
Not that we're saying Ilia's Pizza is equal to any of the other things.
No, far from. I'm saying the exact opposite.
Mhm.
But then again,
Elio's Pizza was big during Ninja Turtles, I remember.
yeah,
I just eat that on. It's good.
I used to think it was nutritious. I remember that commercial with the child who goes, and then the cheese goes flub, flub, flub.
Oh,
I wonder where he is. It's me. Yeah.
Speaking of that, stuff you were into as kids, what was your biggest childhood pop culture obsession, would you say?
what era of childhood?
Let's say like ages 1 to 10.
I don't remember being
Friday the 13th or Nightmare on Elm Street.
He-Man.
Really?
Hands down.
I don't know how to watch those.
Anything.
Did you get both of them?
slasher related.
I got one. You were allowed to watch those movies?
No, I wasn't.
Where would you do it? At friends' houses?
Well, I remember being like 7, and I think it was in the New York Times, there was like a special TV guide section that was like in the form of a magazine, I remember. And I remember we had an HBO subscription on and off. And I asked my mom when I was 7 to record Mr. Mom
Mhm.
at 9 o'clock, because at 11 o'clock, Nightmare on Elm Street or Friday the 13th, one of the Friday
That's really
movies was
sneaky.
going on. And she stayed up late and she recorded Mr. Mom, and then she cut it off right when Mr. Mom was over. And the next morning and she said, I know what you were trying to do. Here's Mr. Mom. And I never watched Mr. Mom until maybe a couple years ago because I was just like,
Was it that VHS copy you watched?
no. I think it was on there.
Mm-hmm.
And it was okay.
Yeah.
He-Man. Transformers was huge back then.
You had the toys?
I've got some Grayskull.
You still have them somewhere?
Yeah, down the basement.
Oh, really?
Yeah. But they're all out of their boxes.
How many Transformers do you have?
More He-Man than Transformers.
Mm-hmm. Do you have any interest in like a He-Man movie that they just announced?
No.
No interest.
Got one.
Oh,
You bit into it?
Oh. See, it's no joke.
There's another one in there. There's
Mike
two
just
of them.
bit into his toothpick. I was at a restaurant once where this guy I was having lunch with, there was a piece of glass in his food, and he bit into it.
Mm.
Yeah. And so he waved, like, I guess it was the owner. She came over. She was in there that day. And he just showed it to her, and she, rightfully so, she was just like, you don't have to pay for anything. I couldn't, like, eat after that. And she said to him, you know, like, if you go home and like something goes wrong later, like, let me know. And then, like, we saw her screaming at the chefs.
wow.
But it was like it looked like a piece of like a beer bottle.
Wow.
Like, in his food. Yeah.
That's frightening.
He didn't get hurt.
I have a similar story. In Stroudsburg, in Pennsylvania, the Wendy's there. A friend once found in his Frosty at the bottom there was a screw.
Oh wow.
And he went up to the manager. I think I may have told you this one. He went up to the
I
manager.
just heard a similar story. I just read it. Go ahead.
But
there was
from the book.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Wasn't
it's
it?
hilarious.
Yeah. Yeah.
There was a screw at the bottom of the Frosty, and he goes to the manager. He goes, I was drinking this Frosty, and at the bottom it's a screw. And the manager takes the cup, looks at the bottom of it, dumps it in the garbage, and goes, "What screw? I don't see anything in here," and hands him the cup back. And there was nothing he could do, at the time. What's he going to call the court and tell him to hold the garbage or something? But
Toy Soprano.
Exactly.
the complete
What are you
opposite.
gonna do? What are you gonna do?
Justice was not served that day.
Now you're gonna kick $1,400 up to me a month.
What do you think that your most an interest that you have now, that your continuing interest, you're putting money, resources into time, something that you still had when you were younger?
Well, Star Wars is like the obvious thing for me. I mean, I love
Really?
this
You like
shit.
Star Wars?
Yeah, believe it or not. I don't know if you guys know this about me, but yeah, I like this movie called Star Wars.
I heard
Spock and Slatner.
And the Tribbles.
Bill Slatner.
Mhm.
Jane May.
I would say, well, I mean, so that's an obvious one, but Batman, the 1989 Batman was like kind of a game changer for me in terms of like influence, I think, on me. I mean, I loved stuff before then. Like I loved the Ninja Turtles movie, which I think came out the summer before. But Batman was like a whole new level of obsession for me. Sure. And like it got me into comic books. It got me drawing a lot more. Even though I loved to draw before then, it made me want to like be a writer. Made me more interested in movies. And so even though I haven't revisited that movie in a long time, almost because I don't think I want to watch it and see any holes in it that I always hear are in it. It was just because it made such a big impact on me.
What movie were you talking about? I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I know, was it Star Wars?
Batman.
That's like Star Wars.
I mean, but that movie was huge. Like, I don't remember.
It was like the biggest thing in the world.
I mean, I don't remember.
Wait till they get a load of me.
Exactly.
That was the line.
Prince.
Mm-hmm.
That dance.
But no, really, think about that summer, right? I mean, that logo, the bat symbol was like everywhere.
I have a shirt with that logo.
It was huge. Like, no movie has.
I
I think
remember
since then.
I remember seeing that movie and being almost not brainwashed, but I was so infatuated / disturbed with it, especially all the scenes where I think it was in Killing Joke where like chemically people are being like forced to smile unto death.
Mm-hmm.
And I remember being really disturbed by that, but also strangely fascinated with it.
Yeah, and they're actually doing a Killing Joke animated movie.
Do you watch?
And,
Oh, they are.
and Mark Hamill, I think it's confirmed, is coming back to do the Joker.
Do you watch Gotham?
I watched the first episode and I really didn't like it.
You've only watched the first episode, really?
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
It gets better. I mean, I've heard it gets better.
I mean,
It's like bullying. It's better.
I think
That's the show's slogan, actually.
my cousin David said it best. He said if you didn't force the fact that like these people were related to the DC universe, I probably would have watched the show. But you just show me some dumb weirdo and then tell me it's Two-Face, I guess I'll watch it.
Well, that's the thing is like, from what I understand, the original concept of that show. So you haven't seen it, right? Or you have?
I haven't seen this last season. I saw all the first season.
Okay.
I saw the other first.
From what I understand, the original premise was it was going to be about Gordon and like the police force, but it was going to be when Batman was active in Batman, which to me is a much more compelling show. Like I'd rather see a street level Gotham show.
Child learning how to
Learning
fight.
about the genesis of it, how everything started, makes it more interesting.
It's so winky at the audience.
You
You know
don't
what I
want
mean?
to see a child mourning for his parents, his murdered parents. You don't want to see that on television. You want to relax from a long day at work. Watch child grieve for his parents.
The thing is,
their death.
Let me get those cookies, show what it looks like.
Yeah. I mean, it is a little interesting, but as Kevin Smith pointed out, actually, that's an era of Batman we've never actually seen. Like, those are kind of like his lost years, you know, between when he was a kid and when he went to train to be Batman. So that it's interesting to see that. When I saw the first episode, I was like, wow, this is kind of corny, you know?
Yeah, the first
So it gets better?
Just want to show these are the cookies. Sorry to interrupt, guys.
No, those are good.
These are the cookies we're working with here. Real deal. Homemade from scratch. I'll bring some for you guys to take home as well.
Oh, thank
For
you.
your wives and children, if
Mhm.
you're old enough to eat cookies yet.
Sister wife.
Mm-hmm.
These cool little longer.
Guys, I just want to say that this meal is absolutely delicious.
No, thank you. No, it's a Thursday.
What's that?
It's a Thursday. You're working tomorrow?
I am.
So do you have to like wrap this up?
Yeah.
Wrap this up, like you need to get back home and get to bed.
No, probably not. Okay.
Because we got 8 hours. We got 8 hours. We could
Yeah.
just hang out. Yeah.
You got a lot of time.
Oh, how much are we paying for
We're
the
doing long
the
form.
food, the dead rate?
Long form.
We're not paying for what's our bit rate?
High bit rates. HD.
Nice.
I think when it
I
doesn't
do
cut
think
out.
we upped the video quality this time.
But those disconnects did get in the way a little bit.
Yeah.
I got to work out those issues for next season.
What do you think that was?
I don't know. I'd have to. I'll check the logs. See what's going on with it. I think this is the most viewers we've had. Is this wrap-up show?
Yeah, how many do we have?
It's like 2.
Okay. Is one of them Mike on his computer?
It's improv.
Have a pause to conserve.
We'll check the
I
metrics.
do know that Allie Feldman said that she, Harry, and I think maybe Marissa had difficulty commenting on the YouTube comments, like within the chat within YouTube.
Yeah. I only spam still, so whatever she says doesn't really count.
Yeah. Well, I placed a call to my my reps at YouTube, and I have a meeting 8 a.m. tomorrow with them.
Oh, great.
So we'll get to the bottom of it
Mhm.
because we're spending a lot of money with them, and
Not
it's
acceptable.
absolutely outrageous that they would provide this level of quality.
Did you read the article in Vanity Fair about with Bob and David?
No,
It's
I
awesome.
thought you were going to say, yeah, Miles
Caitlyn
Teller.
Jenner.
No, the Miles Teller. What's that? No, that's GPO. By the way, I didn't read it. I can't read.
That's a-
I only read, yeah, I only ever read Hebrew.
Excellent article. I forget the writer about the history of Mr. Show and also a lot on their new Netflix show. It sounds fantastic.
I watched that.
Mm-hmm.
Did either of you watch the Wet Hot American Summer First Days?
I tried watching that movie and it was like, I don't like it. I never saw it before.
It was funny.
So I figured I'd watch the movie to catch up, and then I wasn't into it.
Mm.
It had funny moments, but
It's pretty polarizing. Gaming polarizing.
I get it.
Mm-hmm.
She's in it.
Yeah. Frank, you watched something on Netflix. You recommended something to me on Netflix.
Hot Girls Wanted.
Yeah. It was Hot Girls Wanted.
Hot Girls Wanted, about the porn stars.
I was thinking, I thought it was Daredevil.
Oh, Daredevil. Yeah, Daredevil is good too. Yeah. Solid Marvel Universe on Netflix.
No, back to
Daredevil
Hot
or
Girls.
Hot Girls Wanted?
What's Hot Girls Wanted?
Hot Girls Wanted is a documentary about adult film industry recruiting young women using techniques. They have a guy like who's just a sleazeball whose sole business is recruiting porn stars. He recruits them off of Craigslist, offering them free trips to Miami in exchange for doing porno movies.
Wow.
They don't tell them that part. It's modeling gigs. So then when they get down there is when they're thrown into the fire.
No. You know, when I was in high school, I never really thought, like, in, like, my most hopelessness, like, looking online. Like, online existed, but I never thought,
Barely,
like,
not in that form now.
yeah,
Yeah, very different.
be like, hey, oh, there was want ads. Like, oh, maybe I'll look in the want ads and go someplace that this ad is telling me to go.
Well, the porn industry has shifted a lot since then. And I mean, with the advent of like home editing setups and camcorders, you now have more of those like gonzo holding the camera in front of you and you're just, straight boning at that point and just putting it on the internet. There's not really like a storyline anymore. You're not getting any like plot development or anything that you used to pay for with your porno films. Now it's just, mass produced, sex at that point. And it stars these girls. Some of them get started, some of them trudge through it. Interesting
They're in the
documentary.
movie?
They're in the movie.
I saw a Netflix documentary I think called After Porn, where it talked with women who left.
I saw that
It was
listing.
like
I didn't
yeah.
watch it.
It seemed just to be like a big kind of anti. Like I'm not sure who funded the documentary.
I remember because you called me afterwards and you said, "Oh, they're poor mothers," over and over again into the phone. And I said, "Yeah, it's okay. It's okay.
It's just a movie. They're
It's
not real.
a documentary. Fine.
How did they do this?
They're poor mothers."
You guys want to try one of these cookies and we can wrap it?
Oh, we're almost done.
I think we should maybe. I know like we have people watching, but maybe let's just sit them in.
That's okay.
use
Wow.
a wooden peg and force the food in your mouth.
Oh, we didn't have the wine. Oh, you opened the wine.
I did open
Okay,
mine.
good. How was it? I should finish this.
Here's great Cordon Bleu.
It's French.
Yeah.
Well, Frank, I was a little nervous when I saw the Sara Lee ham.
Damn.
But
It's on the brand. Well, the funny story is,
you guys brought this is restaurant quality chicken cordon bleu.
the funny story is that I would have gotten cold cuts if you wanted to hear you
No,
finish that. Is I shop at the PF Market in Weehawken. That's my normal shopping center. But I don't buy cold cuts from there anymore because one day I was there in line to get cold cuts and there was a guy there that was ordering things. I guess, well, not ordering things, that was taking orders and cutting cold cuts. And they close at, let's say, 9 o'clock. Let's say the cold cut department comes by. Having worked in the sandwich and deli industry, I know that usually an hour before closing is when you start shutting the slicers down, cleaning them off. It takes about 20, 30 minutes to clean off the slicers, so you get a head start on it. They have 3 slicers there. They were down to, I think, 1. And the line started backing up at about 8 o'clock. So they shut down way too early. And the guy starts flipping out about customers, why they have to come in now? Why they have to come, flipping out and not cursing, but
I seem to get to do that before.
complaining. And I'm like,
Did it make you roar in the restaurant?
and he turns around and he sees me looking right at him as he's complaining, realizing that I can hear him. And he goes, oh, I didn't mean that. I was just talking, I didn't mean that, And I was like, well, you did mean it. And I walked away at that point. and I never bought cold cuts there again. This is about 4 years ago.
Good for you.
Yeah. On the side here, and I
You ever
don't
think
eat
about
cold
letting
cuts.
a manager know?
I'm not a snitch. Yeah, he still works there to this day.
Wow.
You ever think about starting your own path bar?
I thought about. I'm thinking of
Cold
buying the A&P brand and reopening the A&P.
I think it was in the news this weekend.
They went under.
Yeah, they went under. Yeah.
Splitsville.
Wow.
And that's Frank and I are from a small enclave in New Jersey where there is an A&P.
Food Town
There was
A&P
one,
is
there was
all I
one
know.
around the corner from my house in Staten Island.
Really?
Yeah. It was pretty big.
What about Kroger's? What happened at Kroger's?
Never really
I
saw
remember that.
Kroger's.
Remember Grand Union?
No.
Remember the commercials?
D'Agostino.
You don't have it?
That's just in New York.
Fancy.
Is Italy still
Kicking.
Still gone.
One of the best prime rib sandwiches in New York.
so good?
Yeah.
Line out the door to their rooftop bar.
Right.
But
I don't think I ever got there.
My name does not carry.
Simmons, Michael.
Michael Simmons. He told me that I should buy. Yeah, lots of what's the is it who makes the fancy Italian orange soda?
Oh, San Pellegrino.
Yeah. Oh, it is. I like
It's so good.
Yeah, you get that. That's about as like decadent I get. I won't try anything.
Where's your office? You can say it.
Area.
It is below 42nd Street and above Canal.
Thanks.
Yeah. You know where the Flatiron building is?
Oh yeah, I used to work over there.
Oh,
Well, I
that's right.
saw it once.
What's that?
I saw it once.
I think I went to like American Eagle with you once to return clothes.
Yeah,
American Eagle,
I
really?
think so. Yeah. I think they had a shirt though.
Or Aeropostale.
No, it was probably American Eagle sounds right.
I like it. You can tell me.
You can tell me. I might have gotten it myself.
Really?
Yeah.
I never thought to buy clothes there. I read those emails from that awful CEO.
Is that the one that like looks really weird? That weird looking CEO? Oh, I can say that. It's the internet. The guy looks weird. The guy that runs like American Eagle or Hollister, that guy that's like 200 years old and dresses like he's 25 and like his face looks like it's made of like silly.
He looks like the Six Flags mascot.
Yeah, he's just
guy.
like, oh, one of the creepiest looking guys, and he's like 60 something. He's almost as creepy as the American Apparel guy that always whips his dick out in meetings. Penis out, his penis out.
Dove
Yeah.
Charney?
Yeah.
Dove Charney? Oh, I love that guy. He's fun. He's just fun.
He just goes into a meeting with his
So charming.
penis out. Yeah. So.
Yeah, more like Dove Charney. It's really fun. I certainly wish I had the balls to do that more in public.
Yeah.
I feel
Who
like
doesn't?
that's what's missing. That guy's great. I think he's back. I feel like he's back.
Well, what do you say we have these cookies
Let's have a cookie.
and put a bow on this thing?
Sans see it end already.
Salud.
We're down to 2 viewers.
I think that's all we have all time for the wrap-up show.
Yeah, it's no Talking Dead.
Mike, you want a cookie?
Sure, of course. Oh my God.
Hold on, don't eat it yet. Let me get back there. I'd offer milk, but I don't drink it.
Oh, there's the bike I heard about. We have the cookies.
Cheers.
Cheers. Salud.
Salute. Salute.
Salute.
Very good.
That's a successful meal, guys. Good work.
That's a real meal. That is a meal.
This is a
We
really
didn't Instagram the cookies.
I'll set them up after I finish this one.
We should probably take a selfie, all of us.
Yeah.
I got a broomstick. We can make a selfie stick out of it.
Oh, great.
Yeah.
The selfie stick was pretty fun, right? Yeah.
What do you fun? Like,
Yeah.
fun. It's not a roller coaster.
Very different.
Every person that walks by while you're doing it, like, say that laugh.
I know.
As they walk. Like, we were and that's normally me. I'm the one normally doing that laughing.
Was it just the two of you?
No, it was like 7, 8 people. Yeah.
Really? Who are you with?
This was after his Friday party.
The thing in Brooklyn Bridge Park.
Oh.
That you didn't come to.
On the opposite side of the country.
Uh-huh.
Semi.
So let's talk about this Amazon thing, right?
Yeah, the Duggars,
Jared's in Subway. He's going away for a bit.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Cartons of cigarettes.
Well, I thought the age of consent in New York is 17. What's he getting in trouble for?
Whatever it is, it's pleading guilty.
He's pleading guilty. He's going to jail for at least 5 years.
Yeah.
Has anyone made any jokes about footlongs yet? About that?
No.
No.
Let's not talk about this.
Why?
Why
I have
not?
reasons.
Oh,
Yeah.
oh, Subway sponsor. Oh, that joke.
Darth Vader.
Let's say on the A-Mart trains. Duggar then. We talk about Duggar. He, the freak. Ashley Madison in general. They have searchable things. You can throw in emails in there. You guys came up clean. I did a search.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah. Well, I use Dan's name. No, really, Dan came up with it because I use Dan's name.
He must be using his old Yahoo address.
I stole Dan's
Yeah, well,
credit card. Dan at Hotmail. Danny B. Dan the Crow movie rules at Hotmail.
Dan, Brendan Lee. Brendan Lee.
Forever.
For at excite.com. Lycos.net.
Is Lyco still around in any form?
You know more than me, man.
You
You're
know,
more
I
on the
think
pulse of
I
search
think
and stuff.
you would know.
I haven't used Lycos in a bit. I think Excite's does.
Alta Vista.
Alta Vista.
Web crawler.
Bigfoot.
Web crawler.
Web crawler.
I was a big web crawler guy.
Google
You know, I
Canvas.
used
I used CompuServe. That was the first one.
Right, AOL, then eWorld I went to. And here we are on the internet.
Prodigy? Did you
No
have
Prodigy,
You
no.
had Prodigy
Mhm.
in the very early 90s.
No, I just had the AOL free trials for a bit. And then got like to actually pay for a couple months. But like that was like when you had to pay for like 5 hours at a clip.
That's right. I remember always trying to dial Freehold. We were always calling it Freehold.
For Elizabeth. I had Elizabeth and Lyndon, I think,
Yeah.
the numbers. Yeah.
AOL. AOL dial-up area code.
I don't remember. Yeah.
Really?
No, I don't remember where I would dial into, but I had AOL. But
Maybe your
What was
family
your screen
maybe your
name?
family was stealing it.
Do you remember your AOL screen
I did.
name? What was it?
what was yours?
Mine was, I'm trying to think of what it was. It may have been, I think at the time one of the funniest jokes I heard was how does a midget commit suicide? He jumps off a curb. And I think it was midget suicide. May have been my screen
Okay.
name. I think so. Or 8-track with ATE track.
Mm-hmm.
One of those. I'm not sure which one though.
What was yours?
Mine was on AOL. It was Feeble 976, and then my brother got in trouble for trading illicit documents or certain claims,
But Anarchist Cookbook.
something like that. And then our entire family's AOL account was canceled. We had to. It was like the most ridiculous thing. And my brother, just remembering my brother being, if I was 14, he must have been 11 or 12, and him trying to explain why it happened. And I think he was like trolling people in chat rooms.
Mhm.
We had to redo it, and then I became Squee567.
Which remains to this day.
I don't use AOL.
But you could log in. Do you remember the password?
I don't remember the password. I probably could. Can I get that password still?
Depends on the email address it points to.
Probably points to Squee567
At AOL.com.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We have
by SOL as they use in the industry. The acronym.
Yeah. I still remember. I remember most people's screen names and phone numbers.
Really?
Phone numbers.
Wow. Do you memorize new phone numbers today?
Now I do.
Wow.
Really? All I know is my parents
I don't know, right?
and my own phone number. Those are the only two numbers I know anymore.
You never know. You know, Mad Max, Fury Road.
Yeah, you might need
it
those
could
phone
happen.
numbers.
Phone system's gonna be the first thing to break down.
Well, I mean, it's like crucial. 10 minutes.
Well, guys,
That's
what do you
it.
say we,
Wrap it up.
yeah, any final thoughts? on
Looking
the
forward to
meal?
next season. I think we've learned a lot these past two
Yeah.
episodes this season. And
I have an idea on when we can do the third one, but
Really?
I'm not going to say it just yet.
All
We'll
right.
probably talk about it offline.
We'll talk offline.
We'll see, maybe.
I have some concepts
But
too.
before-
I have some concepts too. I was
Okay.
thinking of. Yeah.
All right,
All
well,
right.
thank you for joining us.
Thank you.
Thank you to Mike for
Helping out, big help.
helping out behind the glass. Frank leading the way, Chef Frank.
Chef Dan, thank you for your assistance and
Thank you. It was a
providing a
pleasure.
platform for this to happen.
It was a pleasure. And we'll see you next time on We Made This
This
Live.
live.